Hi everybody. Several of you have been having trouble with word problems, and so I wanted to make a quick video, hopefully to help clarify how to do these. So one in particular that I've heard a lot of people having trouble with is number 30 right here. How many pesos are equal to 5 euros? So I'm going to go through that one with you right now and see if I can help you guys learn how to set it up and proceed with the problem. The first thing that I would do is look at what are the units that you want in your final answer. So it's asking how many pesos are equal to 5 euros. So pesos is going to be what our final answer is going to be in. We start out with the number of euros. So that's the next thing I would do is write down 5, I'll just abbreviate like this, 5 euros. I'm not sure what the abbreviation really is. And anything over 1 is itself. So in other words, 5 over 1 is the same as saying 5. So I'm just going to make it a fraction there, 5 over 1. Next, it gives us these two conversion formulas right there. And so since I have euros on the top, I have euros in the numerator right now, and I want to get rid of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this second formula, and that can either be written as 1 euro over $1.30, or you could also write it as $1.30 over 1 euro. And so I'm going to choose the option that's going to allow me to cancel out the euros that I have in my formula already. And so I'm going to need euros on the bottom. If you have a unit on the top and on the bottom, then you can cancel them out. So hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, keep watching and hopefully it will make sense in a minute. So I'm going to use this one in my equation. Now let me get rid of all this stuff. Okay. All right. So I'm going to multiply this fraction by $1.30 over 1 euro. Now that I have euros on the top and the bottom, I can cancel them out. But now I have dollars on the top. I'm still looking for pesos. So we're going to use the next conversion formula that it gave us. Again, this can be 1 peso over $0.08, or it can be $0.08 over 1 peso. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I don't want dollars on the top. I want pesos on the top. So I'm going to use whichever one of these formulas it takes to cancel out my dollars. So I'm going to be using this one. So I'll add that one here. Whoops. And that's going to put 1 peso on top on the numerator and $0.08 in the denominator. Now that I have dollars in the numerator and the denominator, I can cancel those out. And the only units that I'm left with now are pesos. And that's what I want my answer to be in. So all I have to do now is multiply across. 5 times 1.3 times 1 is, I'm blanking, 5 times 1.3 times 1 is 6.5. So we're going to have 6.5. That's going to be pesos. And the bottom is 1 times 1 times 0.08. So we have 0.08 notice this one over here never had units, and that's okay. This one had units that are now canceled out, and this number had units that are canceled out. So there's no units on the bottom. So our final answer will take 6.5 divided by 0.08 and 81.25. 81.25 pesos. That should be the final answer. Hopefully this made sense and helps you set it up. Again, I'm going to erase all this, and I'm just going to tell you how I set it up again, because that's the hardest part, I think, for most people. Give me just a second. We'll just get rid of everything. Okay, so just one more time. When I start out, I'm going to look at what is my final answer, what units is my final answer going to be in. And it's asking how many pesos are equal to blah, blah, blah. So pesos is going to be my final answer. Maybe I'll even just make note of that on the side. And then I'm going to start with what it gave me, 5 euros. And I just put that over 1 just so that it's a fraction and I don't forget that it's in the numerator. And then using these two formulas, set them up so that you're going to cancel out the euros and euros on the bottom. And then that's going to have dollars on the top. So that means my next one, I'm going to put dollars on the bottom so I can cancel those out. And then that should leave me with pesos on the top. Multiply across, and I'll have a number over a number and pesos on the top. Hopefully that helped, and good luck on your test.